Tell us a little bit about Larry K-Fish. I mean, he spent 23 years in the service, and, the more I get to learn about him, the more I'm impressed. He was deployed 5 different times in Iraq and Afghanistan. Tell us a little bit about him.
Well, he was deployed. He led men in combat. He knows what it's like to put your life on the line, as does his opponent. And I take nothing away from her. My problem with her is the way that she has gotten into office and what she's done in office. I think what we need is a breath of fresh air, and I think Larry's going to bring that. He is interested in going across the line and working with the other side when it's appropriate to do that, to move legislation forward. He's not going to be somebody's hand-picked, representative. I was going to say little boy, but, he's not going to be, he's not hand-picked to go to Washington as his opponent was.
So you're not disappointed in the work that Tammy does, or do you think that she just votes along party lines?
I am very disappointed in Tammy Duck's work. From the time that she was appointed the director of the Illinois Department of Veteran Affairs to the time she served as the undersecretary in the Department of Veteran Affairs to being a representative, running in a district that was gerrymandered specifically for her. She's been hand-carried all the way through this thing. She replaced in the Illinois Department of Veteran Affairs a guy that was doing a phenomenal job, and Durbin, Senator Durbin, and the president, when he was a senator, put her in there, got rid of him. She basically sat there and did nothing, just like she did in the Department of Veteran Affairs.
Well, who did she replace? Who did she replace, and what was the reason that they gave him to leave?
She replaced Roy Dogas, who they moved to the Department of Transportation under Blagojevich. And Roy was the absolute best, Secretary of the Department of Veteran Affairs in Illinois that we ever had. He was an amazing guy. He was getting all kinds of things done. He was training his staff to handle VA benefits. He was doing all of this, and Ducksworth got in and basically sat there and told her staff, because I know some of her staff back then, said basically, I'm here until they move me to Washington. So she did nothing.